In this video, I'm going to give you a playbook and a free tool to use that will absolutely help you make more money, give you more security and more freedom. I'm making this video because in 2025, AI and tariffs are causing the world to rapidly change. People are really losing jobs from AI, and the tariff situation is super unpredictable. If you're watching all of these things play out, you may be wondering, how do I create some form of stability for myself or maybe my family? This video is going to give you a great path to follow, whether it's a full-time leap into online entrepreneurship or part-time, just to give yourself some more stability. Okay, so what's the playbook? Today, I'm going to teach you how to launch a digital knowledge business using AI without spending any money. And you can be ready to launch it in just a few minutes. The tool we're using today is called Nas, which is an alternative to WAP or School, and it contains a few key features that make this playbook possible. Nas has kindly agreed to sponsor this video, so make sure you click the link in the description or scan this QR code to support the channel. Okay, so here's our roadmap for today. First, I'm going to show you how to pick your niche and build an offer with 3 simple AI prompts. Then I'm going to show you step-by-step how to set up your community and digital products. It's very easy. Finally, I'm going to show you some strategies you can use to multiply your revenue using unique features inside of Nas. Does that sound good? All right, let's get into it. Okay, so we are inside my computer, and first I'm going to guide you through the process of building out your offer and deciding on your niche. To do this, I've created 3 prompts that we're going to use to just make it extremely easy. If you're someone who already knows what you want to build a business around, then you can skip to the next section. I promise I won't be offended. So I've already got the first prompt copied. So we're just going to paste it in and send it to ChatGPT. A link to these prompts will be in the description of this video, so you can just copy them and use them yourself. Okay, so the prompt has the AI respond with a few questions for us. I'm just going to answer all 3 real quick. Okay, so I wrote my answers and I'm just going to send those to ChatGPT, and it's going to respond by building out a little table where it identifies the niche that is best for me. I have it rank things on a few different attributes and then gives us a total score. And then it's going to give us the niche. So for me, it's AI tools for organic content growth in online business. That works. Now that we know our niche, we need to build out the offer within the niche. I'm going to paste in the next prompt. This will be available in the description. It's going to ask for the niche, so we can just copy the one from above, paste it in, and it will get to work based on our niche, building out a few different offers to choose from. So you can see it's generating them in a table again, and we have 3 different ones, and it ranked this middle one as the highest score. Get consistent content growth in 30 days using AI workflows, even if you're not tech savvy or good on camera. This one is probably my favorite. I help online entrepreneurs grow their audience using AI tools without spending hours creating content manually. So I'm going to use that as my offer, but I'm going to now create an action plan that takes this information and builds out an entire suite of digital products and other things that you can use to make money, right? So what we're going to do is take this 3rd prompt. I'm going to paste it in. Now it's going to ask me for the offer that I decided to go with. So I'm going to copy the one that I like the most. I'm going to paste it in and click send. Okay, so now it's done generating this action plan. You can see we have our flagship digital product here, Audience Engine Grow on Autopilot with AI content workflows. It gives us a core promise, a format for the course, which is the digital product. For the community, it gives us the mission statement, a support hub for solo founders, automating their content growth and scaling online businesses with AI. Now that we know what we want to build, let's go over to Nas and actually build it. Okay, so this is Nas. It says, build your dream business in 1 minute. This is a really cool tool that just makes everything super easy. It has a lot of different features and it's free to use. And it's very thoughtfully designed. Everything works extremely well. I actually wasn't expecting it to be as good as it is. It's just awesome. So I'm going to get logged in and then let's get to building. Okay, so first let's build our community. So we need to name this business, right? So we're going to call this Accelerant. This is based on my newsletter name. And then let's give it a picture. So I uploaded a picture that I just generated in Midjourney and we should be good to go. So let's click continue. And now we're going to give it a URL here. So I'll just call it Accelerant Group and we'll click save. And now you can select a currency. Obviously I'm going to do USD, but you can select whatever you want. Click continue. So now let's link our socials, and this is going to help Nas create our community with us. So I'm just going to put in my usernames and a website, and this is enough for Nas to get a general idea of what I'm all about. So I'm going to click create business, and now it's creating my community. So here we go. Okay, so this is the dashboard inside of Nas, and what we have here is actually the Nas AI powered features all in one place. A second ago, I added my YouTube URL, and so Nas was able to learn a little bit about me already. And you can see it took a guess at a few different suggestions for products and events and things for my online business here. But what we can do is improve it even more by clicking this refine button. So if we click refine, we can see my information here, but I can actually take the offer that we generated a few minutes ago, and I can take that and paste it in here and give it exactly what it's looking for to build the best content ideas for us. In this way, it knows exactly what my offer is and what I'm looking to build. So I can click save there, and then it's going to start training on that sentence and then start spitting out different suggestions for all the different features inside of Nas. So while that's working, let's go ahead and look through the other features that are available inside of Nas. On the homepage here, you can kind of get an overview of your analytics, and on the money page, you can keep track of the revenue you're generating. The member page is where you can see all the members that join your community, and then messages is where you can communicate with them. If we go back to the homepage, there's a few buttons here at the top that are some of the core features of Nas. So if we click create, we have the option to create a challenge, an event, a digital product, a zero link, a course, one-on-one session, or membership. Having all these different options available inside one software is incredible, and they're just all perfectly designed to just be simple to use for you and your customers. First, let's go ahead and set up the community. So if we click on membership, that's going to allow us to set the paywall for the community. So the AI suggested we do $19 a month. So let's go ahead and do that, $19 per month. And then we can create an annual plan here super easily. That way the user can decide between monthly or yearly. We'll do $195, we'll click confirm. Okay, so now to actually set up the landing page that people see for your community, go over to the business page panel here, and we can click add more to add our own unique banner. I will go ahead and just drag one in that I created in Midjourney. And then we have this image of a guy looking into the universe. Now for the description, let's go ahead and pull the mission statement from ChatGPT that we generated, and we can just paste that in. A support hub for solo founders, automating their content growth and scaling online businesses with AI. I think that's perfect. So now we click save, and then these things are going to be displayed on our quick sign up page. Now, while we're here, I just want to show you guys, they do have an amazing chat integration. So if we click chat, you can see you can actually connect this community to Discord, Telegram, WhatsApp, Facebook groups, Slack, LinkedIn, and Line. So you have a lot of options here for bringing your conversation into a text chat platform that maybe your community members are more used to, something more native to them. If you want to chat through one of these platforms, you have the option, and it's really great. Okay, so now that our community is all set up and ready to go, we need to create a digital product to sell. So if we click on products, you can see at the top here, we have 3 different options that Nas has created for us to start selling. So I like this first one, automate your content creation with AI. It says estimated earnings, $2,500, suggested price, $30. So this is a great place to start. I'm going to click use template. And as you can see, it's already populated the different course videos that it suggests I create. And of course, I can totally make this my own and change everything. But this is just a great way for you to get started and kind of make sure you don't get stuck in that analysis paralysis stage of not being sure what to create. Now, it's pre-filled the description here, and it's given us a title. But if you want to, we can go back to what ChatGPT created, and we can actually use this version as well. So we have the option here for AI-powered content system. We have the different modules, stack setup. So you can use this as inspiration as well. You can add some of these into this flow, or you can just create your own, right? So this gives you a lot of different options. Everything's very flexible. So once you've got everything populated here with either video files or a link to a Google Drive or a YouTube, then you click publish, and now our product is published. It was seriously that easy. Okay, so now that the course is published, this is what a user would see, or potential customer would see when they click on your link. And you can see that it has the course with the different course videos, the description, your name, and an access button. So now that we have our paid community and our paid course, I want to show you guys what you can do inside of NOS that is really unique to NOS. These are features that are going to allow you to monetize your audience in just really unique ways. So if we click create, you can see we've only hit on membership and digital product, but there's a bunch of other options here. If you remember in our ChatGPT prompt, we had it generate some challenges and workshop events. So those are good ideas, but NOS also gives you ideas. So if we click back on get inspired, we can see that they've given us some challenges. You can also click on challenges and see those same ones here. So if we go based on the estimated earnings, this one has the highest estimated earnings, and I think it's probably the best one as well. So let's click on that one and check it out. So the way challenges work is they're like time-based courses essentially. So it's a 28-day program with 4 different checkpoints. And you can see you start by discovering AI tools, and then week 2 is crafting engaging content, and it continues. If you click on use template here, it will create that challenge for us. And you can see it's very similar to the course interface. You're able to do all of the customization that you want here. You can customize the descriptions and the pricing access. You can choose from fixed or flexible, and you can customize all this different stuff here. And then you can click publish. And then our challenge is live. This is what the published challenge looks like. And you can see it starts in 1 day and it lasts for 4 weeks. And so if you want to kind of get people involved with a challenge, something fun that's a limited time kind of offer where they can get in and connect with people and learn from you all within a certain time frame, this is a great thing to set up. And this is a feature that you don't really see in other tools like School or WAP. It's really custom tailored here for this kind of experience. And now NOS has a lot more in store for us. So if we click on events, this is exactly what it sounds like. It's a one-time event, or maybe like a weekly or monthly recurring event. We can set one up in a few seconds here. I can drag in an image and we can get that set up here. We can call it Creator Connect, and we can set it up for this day, and we can give it a description. We can copy it right out of ChatGPT. And you can choose to do it online with a Zoom call, or maybe your community is based on something physical like pickleball. And so you can set the location, the meetup location for that event. We can set a price. So we could say it's $29 to attend, and we can cap the registration to 20 people if we want to, which further increases that FOMO that makes people want to get involved, right? So we can click create here, and it's going to create that event for us. And if we're ready to launch it, we can click publish, and then that event will get launched to our community, and it gives us the links here that we can copy to share. So now we've created a challenge, we've created an event, we've created a digital product, and a paid community. A few other features that I want to show you inside of NOS that you definitely want to check out are the Magic Reach features. So this is like an email broadcast for your community. So you can click new message and you can email and post in your community at the same time and just send out a broadcast to everyone that's involved with what you're doing. The next feature that's really cool is if we go to Zero Link on the homepage, it lets us create a payment link with 0 fees. We can set this up as $100. We can call it Coaching with Me, and we can add an image. So I can throw in an image here, and here we could just put a link to a Zoom call if we wanted to. And just like that, we're ready to go. We can click create link, and now our Zero Link is live, coaching for $100. I can click copy and we can check that out. So you can share this anywhere. Maybe you're talking to a potential client inside a DMs or something, and you want to send them a link to get started with coaching. Just like that, you've got coaching ready to go and you can send it over. So remember we set the coaching fee at $100. Well, as you can see, the processing fee has been passed on to the customer. Part of the Zero Link features is that there's no processing fees, which is great, but the processing fees are necessary in order to do payments, right? So the customer would just get an extra bit of processing fees tapped onto that price. You can just keep that in mind when you're pricing your items. Quite often, the customer is not going to care about that $6 difference. So you can just make that decision when you're setting up your links. If we go to the money tab, you can actually control some of it here. So if we click on fees, you can see for the 0 links, the fees are passed on to users by default, and you can kind of get a breakdown of how those fees work. And it's 1 to 3% based on the price. But if you want to take the fees back onto yourself for the product's memberships, you can actually turn it off here, and then you'll cover the fees for everything that your customers buy that is not a 0 link. That's just more control for you, so you can decide how you want to do it for your business. Now, there are 2 more really big features that I want to show you guys inside of Nas. So if we click on promotions here, you can see we have a few tabs. You know what discounts are already. They're just discount code. If we click on paid ads, you can see we can set up our pixel tracking, but you also have the option to let Nas run your ads for you. So if you have your product set up, you can actually click apply. If you apply and they accept you into the Magic Audience program, they'll actually just run your ads for you, and they'll just recoup their expenses from the ads and then pay you the profit, which is, incredible. Running ads is a really hard part of selling products online. And so Nas handling that is pretty mind-blowing. And finally, they have an affiliates feature. So when your members join to the community, they'll have the option to sell your products for you. And then, of course, they'll get a kickback, a commission for selling that product. So having this built in as well is just the icing on the cake for Nas. It's really everything you need. And the AI features allow you to just not even have to think about it, right? Their Get Inspired page really does give us some great ideas, some great places to start. And then from there, you can further refine your offer. And then having the community at the core allows people to find everything all in one place, and then they can kind of choose how they want to get involved with your offer, how they want to work with you. I highly suggest you guys check it out. It's a total game changer for e-commerce, online businesses, and coaching and everything, especially if you want to do challenges and events. I think those 2 things are key here. They're real differentiators for Nas. And if those are things that you think would resonate with your audience, then definitely get into Nas, because everything else is just wonderfully designed. All right, that's it, guys. Building your online business has never been easier. You can start selling in minutes with Nas. This is one of the best ways to get started online to begin growing your income. If you haven't signed up yet, grab the link in the description or scan this QR code. Here's my last video on the best AI note-taking tools I found. I highly recommend you check it out for a productivity boost. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.